Hi everyone, it's Robyn. I have a project to share with you. I created this frame. I apologize for being absent over the last week and a half. I have been so sick. Oh, there's a glare, sorry. I've been so sick with scarlet fever, whatever it's called with adults. But I know adults usually don't get it, but if there's an exception to something, I usually find it. So I have been so sick. So I missed a lot. And I'm going to try and catch up watching videos over the next couple of days. And if you hear the drilling in the background, my husband's renovating our kitchen, so I'm so sorry. Okay, so I closed the door. Hopefully that'll make things better. But I've just been so sick, and I was saying I wanted to thank those of you that have tagged me for the Tag Your It Top 2011 projects. And I'm not sure if I'm to do the one that's the 11 projects or the one that's supposed to be the 20 projects. So when I catch up on videos, I'll try and figure that out. But I have just been out of it, really. But I have done some creating, and I'll have some projects to share with you. I just wasn't well enough to make a video and edit it. And you know, when you're sick, you just don't want to sound blah and kind of bring everybody down that's watching your videos. So I've just been quietly creating, and I wanted to be able to share with you some of the projects that I've done. This one would be, there's a blog hop for Creative Paper Clay, which I'm a design team member for them, and it's kind of a co-hop along with Amazing Mold Putty. And what we were to do was create a project, obviously using the mold, and then also Creative Paper Clay. So I wanted to have a frame for my bedside table in my bedroom, and I wanted to have a picture of my husband and I. We got these pictures taken last November, and it's kind of dark. The picture, it's just a print from Walmart, but it kind of turned out a little bit dark, so I wish I would have done some more editing on it. But at any rate, I wanted to share the frame with you today. And what I did, I took one of these just regular paper mache frames that you can pick up from Hobby Lobby, and I actually got this when it was half off, so it was $1. And obviously you can see this one's the rectangle, and this one I used the oval. And all I did was I took a base coat of the Spa Blue paint, and then once that was dry, I added my favorite crackle medium. I do like the folk art, and so it seems to work out really well for me. So I added that as a base coat, and then when that was dry, I added some of the vintage white acrylic paint, and it always, it gives such a nice crackle finish, and so it made it look like it wasn't just a cheapy plain old paper mache frame. Okay, and then, so the frame measures 5 by 7. I have some glue strings, and the picture area is 3.5 by 5. So I just took a regular 4 by 6 photo and just trimmed it off just a little bit. Okay, so the lace, I used my favorite lace from Wild Orchid Crafts. Back here is the base, and then on top of that I added some lace from my stash. I think it's Prima lace, and then I added some lace from Hobby Lobby, I believe. It was either Hobby Lobby or Joann's. And then on top of that, I added some skeleton leaves. Well, not on top of the lace, but I'm sorry, I'm still a little bit out of it from not feeling good. But I added the skeleton leaf and then a rose leaf that I added a little bit of Robyn buff to. And then I cut up a couple of hydrangea petals and tucked those in. This is a 35mm trellis rose. I think it's either 35 or 40, the larger size trellis rose, and then the smaller size trellis rose from Wild Orchid Crafts. And then I added in 5 of the 20mm open roses, and I just, on all the flowers, I'm not sure if it's picking it up, but I just dabbed some of the white acrylic paint just to soften it up and give it a more shabby chic look. And then these 10mm open roses here, I didn't add the white acrylic paint to those because I thought they were soft enough, they didn't really need it. Added a couple of the cut hydrangea petals under there, and then added one of the crystal sprays, tucked that in throughout. And then for my Creative Paper Clay part of the project, I just cast a couple of molds using Amazing Mold Putty of a bird and then a cameo that I had, and I used paper clay in that mold, just let it sit in there overnight, and then it just kind of fell out or popped out the next day. then when I knew it was dry, I added, to this one I added a layer of the Spa Blue acrylic paint, and then to this one I added the top, the base layer was the Vintage White. Okay, so then to that I added a little bit of, let me grab it, this Glamour Dust. Just a hint of it you can see on the cameo, the lady, and then I painted the whole bird. I used a brush, let me see. Okay, so then I used this brush and just added some of the Spa Blue paint to this, and then I just used my fingers and added just a little bit of the Vintage White to the blue area of the cameo. And then you can see on here the accent is the gold rub and buff, and it turned out so pretty. I don't know, I know my camera's not picking it up, but I do have close-up photos on my blog if you'd like to see that. But I just think they turned out so pretty, and they could just, I mean, just you could use them on anything. I plan on using it on some cards, and I made a bunch of these. But I'll have all the information and kind of a step-by-step over on my blog, which is enjoystampin.com. I'll have that linked in the sidebar. And I'll also have the link to the products that I've used for Wild Orchid Crafts in the info bar down below. As part of the YouTube design team, I wanted to be able to share these products with you here as well. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Oh, the only thing too that I forgot to mention, I did add rub and buff on the frame. So you can probably see that in the photo. I'm sure it's picking it up, or in the video. My camera is not doing too good right now in this lighting. But and it just stands up like this. And so I was really happy with how it turned out. It was just what I was looking for. Our bedroom here, we don't have all of our furniture because it's still in Ireland, but the pieces we do have that we didn't ship over, we kind of went with a cottage, vintage shabby chic theme in our bedroom with blues and creams, and just, it's, just like a cottage feel. So this will fit right in, and anyway, I just wanted to be able to share it with you, and I have been on a banner craze. I've made 3 or 4 banners that I'll be back to share with you. So it's good to be back, and I'm so glad to be feeling better. I was so sick, still on an antibiotic, but just about done with that. And as far as the Tag Your It, I will do my very best to get that done this week. It's just I'm playing catch up with everything, going through so many emails, and I feel like I'm out of the loop. But I will do my best to get to that. Please don't feel like I'm unappreciative that you've tagged me and that I'm being neglectful. I certainly don't mean to, but I will try and get that done over the next week. So thank you so much everyone for watching. I always appreciate you watching my videos and taking the time to comment and just all your encouragement. So thank you again, and have a great day. Bye bye.